The tapping on the glass starts just after 2 in the morning. Owen Kang wakes to it, slow and confused, his brain cataloging possibilities before his eyes open. Tree branch, rain gutter coming loose. A bird, maybe, though that makes no sense at this hour. He rolls over in bed, pulls the pillow over his head, and waits for it to stop. It does not stop. Tap, 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 rhythmic, deliberate. Someone knocking. Owen's stomach drops. He knows before he opens his eyes, knows before he sits up, knows before he crosses the 6 steps from his bed to the window and pulls back the curtain. Joon Han is on the fire escape, soaked through from the rain, hair plastered to his forehead, eyes wild and red-rimmed like he has not slept in days, maybe weeks. He's gripping the window frame with both hands, knuckles bone white. And when Owen meets his gaze through the glass, something in Joon's expression cracks wide open. 3 years. It has been 3 years since Owen walked away from the Rainier Pack territory, from the bond that would have tied him there forever, from this man standing outside his window looking like the world ended, and he is the only one who noticed. Joon does not say hello, does not apologize for showing up unannounced in the middle of the night at an address he should not have. He just presses his palm flat against the glass, fingers spread wide, and his voice comes through muffled and wrecked. I lost it. The pack, everything. And the only thing I can still feel is where you used to be. Owen's hands are shaking. He should close the curtain, lock the window, pretend he did not hear, pretend the phantom ache in his chest that has lived there for 3 years is not suddenly a living thing clawing its way to the surface. He unlocks the window instead. Joon does not move, just stares at him through the rain-streaked glass like he cannot believe Owen is real, like this might be another hallucination in a string of sleepless nights. Owen pulls the window up. Cold Seattle air rushes in, carrying the smell of wet pavement and Puget Sound salt water, and under it all, cutting through everything else, the scent that has haunted Owen for 36 months, wet earth after the first autumn rain, wood smoke from a fire almost out, winter air on bare skin. It used to carry the overlay of pack, multiple scents layered together, leadership pheromones thick enough to taste. Now it is stripped down to just Joon. Smoke and earth and cold and alone. Owen's suppressants are doing exactly nothing. You can stay 1 hour, Owen hears himself say. His voice sounds strange, distant. Then you leave, and you do not come back. Joon nods, climbs through the window with the careful movements of someone who thinks they might shatter if they move too fast. He stands in the middle of Owen's apartment, dripping rainwater onto the hardwood floor, looking at Owen like he is the only real thing left in the world. Owen closes the window behind them. His hands shake as he turns the lock. 1 hour, he tells himself. Joon will be gone in 1 hour. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments where you are watching from. I read every comment. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. Owen met Joon Han 4 years ago at a conservation fundraiser in Vancouver. Owen was there on assignment, photographing the event for a wildlife nonprofit. Joon was there as Rainier Pack Alpha, shaking hands and making speeches about protecting natural habitats. Owen had not known what Joon was before the scent hit him from across the room. Forest floor in early spring when the snow just melted. Something raw and new and impossibly alive. The bond recognition had been immediate, undeniable. Owen's camera clattered to the floor. Joon turned toward him through a crowd of 200 people like he had been struck by lightning. Their eyes met, and Owen knew with absolute certainty that this was it. This was the person his body chose, whether he wanted it to or not. Owen had run, left his camera on the floor, and did not stop moving until he was back in his Seattle apartment with the door locked and his suppressant prescription doubled. Joon had found him anyway, showed up 3 days later with Owen's camera, cleaned and undamaged, and an apology for scaring him. They talked for 6 hours. Joon had been careful, respectful, had not pushed, had made it clear that the bond recognition did not mean Owen owed him anything. Owen had fallen in love with him in that conversation. The weeks after had been intense, the bond recognition growing stronger every time they saw each other. June asking Owen to visit Rainier Pack territory, not as a Pack Omega, just to see if Owen could imagine a life there. Owen had gone, had spent 2 weeks in the forest compound, meeting June's pack, watching how Omegas were treated. It had been fine. Better than fine. June's pack was modern, progressive, no ownership, no stripping of names, but Owen had still seen it. The way Pack Omega's lives revolved around pack needs, the way their careers always came second, the way they were loved and valued and still somehow secondary. And he had watched June, Pack Alpha Joon, who belonged to everyone, who made decisions that affected 60 lives, who could not take a walk without someone needing him. June, who was so deeply embedded in his role that Owen could not imagine him outside of it. Owen had realized he had a choice: bond June and build a life where he would always be the Pack Alpha's mate first and himself second, or walk away. He walked away. The rejection had been mutual on paper. June had agreed that forcing a bond neither of them could sustain was worse than letting it go. They sat in June's office and signed the formal rejection documents. June's hand had shaken on the pen. Owen left that night. Built a life in Seattle that was small and deliberately quiet and entirely his own. Freelance wildlife photography. A third-floor walk-up in Fremont. No pack. No bond. No one who could take pieces of him and call it love. The phantom bond pain started 3 months later. A low-grade ache in his chest that never fully went away. His doctor said it was normal for rejected fated mates. Suppressants help. Distance helps. Time helps. 3 years later, the ache is still there. And now Joon Han is standing in Owen's apartment, dripping rainwater and smelling like every mistake Owen ever made. "Sit," Owen says. June sits on the couch. Owen grabs a towel and throws it at him. June catches it without looking. "Dry off. You are getting my floor wet." June runs the towel through his hair. He is wearing a jacket Owen does not recognize, jeans that are too big, boots that have seen better days. Nothing fits right. June used to dress like a Pack Alpha, tailored, put together. This June looks like he got dressed in the dark from someone else's closet. Owen crosses to the kitchen, puts the kettle on. His hands are still shaking, but if he keeps moving, maybe June will not notice. The phantom ache in his chest is not an ache anymore. It is a presence. Solid. Insistent. "When did you lose it?" Owen asks. 6 weeks ago. June's voice is rough, scraped raw. "My brother challenged me. Juan. He won." Owen's hand still on the mug. "Juan is younger than you." "By 2 years. He spent a year building alliances with the Pack Council, convinced them I was too soft. When he called the challenge, half the pack had already decided they wanted him instead." Owen turns around. June is staring at the floor. His scent is doing something Owen has never felt before. The smoke and earth are still there. But underneath is ash, the smell of something burned out. "You could have fought harder," Owen says. "I could have." But he was right. I was distracted. I have been distracted for 3 years. June looks up. His eyes are the same dark brown Owen remembers, but there is something missing in them. The pack deserved better than a leader who was only half present. Owen's chest tightens. "That is not—" "I came here to ask you something." June cuts him off. "And you can say no. You should say no. But I need to ask anyway." Owen does not trust his voice. Nods instead. "The bond rejection. It was the right choice, I know that. But now I do not have the pack. I do not have anything. And the phantom bond pain is—" His voice breaks. It is killing me, Owen. I know that is not your problem. I know you do not owe me anything. But I needed to see you just once to know if you felt it too. Owen crosses the room, sets the tea down, sits on the couch 2 feet away from June. To know if what? June looks at him. Really looks. To know if you felt it too. Owen should lie. Should say no, I moved on. The bond rejection worked exactly the way it was supposed to. But June is sitting there looking like he has already lost everything and is braced for one more loss. I feel it, Owen whispers. Every day for 3 years. It has not stopped. June's eyes close. His whole body sags. Okay. I just needed to know it was not just me. June opens his eyes. They are wet. I needed to know I did not imagine what we had. They sit there in Owen's small apartment with 2 mugs of tea cooling on the coffee table and 3 years of phantom bond pain filling the space between them. Outside, the rain is still coming down. Inside, June smells like wet earth and smoke and ash, and Owen's suppressants are failing so completely that he can feel his scent rising to meet June's, cold river water over stones, crushed fern stems, wild honey warmth surfacing. June notices. His nostrils flare and his pupils dilate, and for just a second, the deadness in his eyes flickers into something alive. Then it is gone. June looks away. Tell me about your work, June says. Owen should not engage. Should maintain boundaries. I just got back from Alaska. Grizzly Conservation Project. 3 weeks in Katmai photographing bear behavior for National Geographic. June's face does something complicated. You always wanted to shoot for Nat Geo. It is freelance, not staff. But it is a start. That is incredible, Owen. The warmth in his voice does something to the walls Owen has spent 3 years building. What about you? Owen asks. Consulting? Environmental law. A firm in Vancouver hired me to advise on Indigenous land rights cases. June sets down his mug. It pays the bills. Do you like it? June is quiet for a long moment. I do not know how to be a person without being a Pack Alpha. I have been leading since I was 23. 6 years. Now I am just this, and I do not know what this is. Owen's chest aches. You will figure it out. Will I? June's smile is small and sad. You saw who I could be outside of pack obligations. I never did. I think that is why losing you felt like losing a future I could not quite imagine, but knew I wanted. Owen's throat is tight. June, I am sorry. I should not have said that. June stands up. I should go. I am sorry I came here. I am sorry I... Sit down. June freezes. It is not an alpha command in Owen's voice. Just quiet certainty. June sits. Owen does not know what he is doing. Knows this is a terrible idea, but June is here and broken and smelling like ash. And Owen's body is screaming that this is his person, and rejecting him 3 years ago did not change that fact. You can stay tonight, Owen says. On the couch. But tomorrow you leave and we go back to how things were. June stares at him. Owen, you do not have to. I know I do not have to. I am choosing to. One night. Owen stands up, grabs a blanket and throws it at June. There are extra pillows in the hall closet. Do not make me regret this. June catches the blanket. I will not, I promise. Owen nods, turns toward his bedroom, pauses at the door. June. Yeah? How did you find my address? June's expression is guilty. Maya gave it to me. Owen's eyes narrow. Maya Cho. His photographer friend. The one person who knows the whole story and has been telling Owen for 3 years that he made a mistake. Of course, she gave June his address. I am going to kill her. Owen mutters. She cares about you. She meddles. Owen shakes his head. Good night, June. Good night, Owen. Owen closes the bedroom door behind him, leans against it. His heart is pounding. The phantom bond pain has eased to almost nothing for the first time in 3 years. And that terrifies him more than anything else. He climbs into bed, stares at the ceiling, listens to June moving around in the living room, settling onto the couch, going quiet. One night, Owen tells himself. Tomorrow, June leaves and everything goes back to normal. He does not believe it. Owen wakes up at 4 in the morning and knows immediately that something is different. The phantom bond pain is gone. Completely gone. He can breathe without feeling like there is a weight pressing down on his sternum, because June is 20 feet away. Owen gets out of bed, opens the door a crack. June is not sleeping. He is sitting on the couch in the dark, staring at the framed photograph on Owen's wall. A wolf pack in the wild, taken years ago in Rainier territory. June's expression is completely unguarded, grief written across every line of his face. Owen's chest tightens. He should close the door. Give June privacy. He cannot look away. June's head turns. Their eyes meet in the darkness. June does not startle, just looks at Owen with that same unguarded expression. Owen closes the door quietly, climbs back into bed. His heart is doing something complicated. The phantom bond pain is still gone. His body is responding to June's presence like coming home. He does not sleep for the rest of the night. Morning comes gray and quiet. Owen gets out of bed around 6. He expects to find June gone. June is still there, asleep on the couch, still fully dressed, one arm thrown over his face, dead to the world in a way that suggests he has not actually slept in weeks. Owen walks past him to the kitchen, puts on coffee, starts pulling out ingredients for breakfast. Eggs, bread, the good butter. He moves quietly, trying not to wake June. He is making breakfast for 2. Like this is normal. Like June showing up at his window and sleeping on his couch is something that happens. He should stop. He cracks 4 eggs into the pan. The smell of coffee wakes June. Owen hears him stir. Footsteps. Then June is in the kitchen doorway, hair sticking up on one side, shirt wrinkled. His eyes land on Owen. Something in his expression clears. "Morning," June says. His voice is rough from sleep. Coffee is almost ready. Owen does not look at him, just focuses on the eggs. "I made extra. You should eat before you go." Silence. Then, quietly, "Thank you." June does not move, just stands there watching Owen cook. It should feel intrusive. Instead, it feels familiar, like muscle memory from a relationship that never actually happened. Owen plates the food, slides one plate across the counter. Their fingers do not touch, but it is close. They eat standing up in Owen's small kitchen. June eats like someone who has been forgetting to feed himself. Quick, efficient. "When did you last eat?" Owen asks. June pauses. "Yesterday, maybe. I am not sure." June, "I know. I have not been taking care of myself. He is very clearly not fine." But June is already finishing his eggs, and Owen knows that look. The one that says, "I do not want to talk about this." "I have editing to do today," Owen says. It is not quite true. "I need to leave by 8. June nods. "I will be gone before then." "You do not have to." Owen cuts himself off. What is he doing? "You should go back to Vancouver. Your work. Your life." "Right. Yeah." June rinses his plate. "Thank you for letting me stay. I know I have no right to ask for your time, and you gave it to me anyway." He is using his professional voice. Polite, distant. Nothing like the raw honesty from last night. Owen hates it. "Stop," Owen says. June turns around. "Stop what?" "Talking like we are strangers. You do not have to pretend you are okay." June is looking at him with an expression Owen cannot read. "What do you want from me, Owen?" "I do not know." It comes out sharper than Owen meant. "I just know I do not want you to pretend last night did not happen." "I am not pretending. I am trying to respect your boundaries. You said one night." "What if—" Owen stops, breathes. "What if I do not want just one night?" June goes very still. What are you saying? I am saying the phantom bond pain stopped last night. Completely. For the first time in 3 years. I am saying my body knows something my brain is still trying to deny. Owen, I am not saying we bond. I am just saying maybe one night is not enough to figure out what this is. June's scent is doing something complicated. The ash is burning off. The smoke is getting thicker. What are you asking me? June's voice is careful. I am asking if you want to stay. Not forever. Just stay. We figure out what this is. And if there is not a version of us that works, then at least we know. June closes his eyes. When he opens them, they are wet. You have no idea how much I want to say yes. Then say yes. I cannot. Owen, you walked away because you needed your freedom. Nothing has changed. I am still too much, still too intense. You will suffocate, and I will not see it happening until it is too late. Owen's chest is tight. You do not know that. I do. I would rather hurt now than watch you disappear. June is not wrong. Owen has the same fear. But standing here, he cannot remember why that fear felt more important than this. What if we set boundaries? Owen says. What if we build something different? Where I keep my independence and you figure out who you are outside of leading people. June is quiet for a long time. You really want to try? I need to. Because the alternative is spending the rest of my life wondering what if. June's hands are shaking. He shoves them in his pockets. Okay. Okay, I will stay. We will try. But Owen, if at any point this stops working for you, you tell me, immediately, and I walk away. No questions. Owen nods. His throat is too tight to speak. June steps closer, not touching. Just close enough that Owen can feel the warmth coming off him. I do not have a place to stay. I have been in a motel outside Vancouver. You can stay here. The words are out before Owen can stop them. On the couch, until you find a place. Are you sure? No. Owen is not sure about anything. I am sure. June's smile is small and real. Okay. Thank you. Do not thank me yet. I have seen your tomato plants. I know exactly how bad you are at keeping things alive. Owen's mouth twitches. Those tomatoes did fine until the heat wave. They died in June. Heat wave. June laughs. Quiet and rough, but real. Owen's phone buzzes. It is Maya. Maya. Did he show up? Owen types back. You gave him my address. Maya. You are welcome. Owen. I am going to kill you. Maya. How is he? Owen looks at June. He is staying. Maya. Finally. Owen shoves his phone in his pocket. June is watching with a raised eyebrow. Maya? June guesses. She is insufferable. She cares about you. June gathers his jacket. I should go get my things from the motel. Do you have a spare key? Under the mat. Owen cannot believe he is doing this. Be back before dark. June's expression does something complicated. You do not have to worry about me. Too late. The words hang between them. Too honest. Owen looks away. June is quiet for a moment. I will be back before dark. I promise. He leaves. Owen closes the door, leans against it. His apartment smells like coffee and smoke and earth, and the phantom bond pain is still gone, and he just invited his fated mate to move in. Temporary, he reminds himself, just until they figure this out. He does not believe that either. The first week is strange. June moves in with one duffel bag and a careful politeness that makes Owen's teeth ache. They navigate around each other like roommates who just met. June sleeps on the couch. Owen gives him space in the closet. They make small talk over breakfast. It is painfully awkward. The second week, things start to shift. Owen comes home from a shoot to find his leaking kitchen faucet fixed. June does not mention it, just shrugs when Owen asks. It was dripping. I had time. The next day, Owen's stuck bedroom window opens smoothly. The loose floorboard in the hallway stops creaking. Small things. June never asks permission, just fixes them. Owen starts leaving the window unlocked at night. They fall into a routine. Coffee in the morning. June makes breakfast while Owen checks emails. They talk about work, about nothing important, dancing around everything that matters. June asks about Owen's photography. Owen asks about June's consulting cases. Neither mentions the bond, but Owen notices things. The way June's scent has changed. The ash is fading. The smoke and earth are still there, but warmer now, less cold. June is sleeping better, eating regularly. The deadness in his eyes is receding. And Owen's suppressants are working again. The phantom bond pain stays gone as long as June is close. His body has stopped fighting itself. 3 weeks in, Owen wakes up at 2 a.m. to find June sitting on the couch in the dark again. Not looking at photographs this time, just sitting there, hands clenched, breathing too fast. Owen gets up, crosses the living room, sits down beside him. "Bad dream?" Owen asks quietly. June does not look at him. "Something like that. You want to talk about it?" "Not really." They sit in silence. June's hands are still clenched. His scent is spiking. Smoke and earth and something sharp underneath. Panic, maybe. Or grief. Owen does not think. Just reaches over and covers one of June's hands with his own. June goes very still. Stares down at their hands like he cannot quite believe what he is seeing. Then, slowly, his fingers uncurl. Curl around Owen's instead. They sit there in the dark, holding hands, neither speaking. Neither. June's breathing gradually slows. His scent evens out. The tension in his shoulders releases. "Thank you," June whispers. Owen does not let go. For what? For this. For not asking questions. For just being here. Owen's throat is tight. "You do not have to thank me for that." "I do. You did not have to let me stay. You did not have to give me a chance. You are doing something incredibly generous, and I need you to know I see that. It is not generous. It is selfish. I want the phantom pain to stop." June's smile is soft. "Okay. It is selfish. Whatever you need to tell yourself." They stay like that until June's breathing evens out completely, until his grip on Owen's hand loosens, until he is half asleep, leaning against the couch cushions. Owen should go back to bed, should let go of June's hand, should maintain the boundaries they have been so careful about. He stays. When Owen wakes up hours later, he is still on the couch, still holding June's hand. Morning light is cutting across the room. June is awake, watching him with an expression Owen cannot read. "Morning," June says quietly. Owen looks down at their clasped hands. He should pull away, should say something about boundaries and taking things slow. He tightens his grip instead. June's breath catches. His thumb brushes across Owen's knuckles, just once. A question Owen does not know how to answer. "I should make coffee," Owen says finally. "Probably." Neither of them moves. Then Owen's phone buzzes. The moment breaks. Owen pulls his hand away, checks his phone. It is his doctor's office. A reminder about his suppressant prescription refill appointment next week. Owen stares at the message. He has been on suppressants for 7 years, doubled the dose after meeting June, kept them high for 3 years of phantom bond pain. They stopped working a few months ago, started working again when June moved in. He needs to talk to his doctor about what that means. "I have an appointment next week," Owen says. "Suppressant check. Do you want to come?" June looks surprised. "You want me there?" "I think..." Owen does not know how to explain it. "I think the doctor should know about the bond rejection, about you being here. It might be relevant." "Okay. Yeah, I will come." Owen nods, gets up, makes coffee. They do not talk about the hand-holding, do not acknowledge what just happened, just move through their morning routine like normal. But something has shifted. Owen can feel it. The careful distance they have been maintaining is cracking. The doctor's appointment is the following Tuesday. Dr. Elise Chen is a beta in her 40s who has been Owen's physician for 5 years. She knows about the bond rejection. knows about the phantom pain, does not judge. Owen sits in the exam room with June beside him. Dr. Chen looks between them, eyebrows raised. "So," she says, "you brought company. This is June, the—" Owen does not know how to finish that sentence. "The rejected bond," June supplies quietly. Dr. Chen's expression shifts. Professional. Assessing. "I see. And you are here because?" "Because my suppressants stopped working 3 months ago and started working again 3 weeks ago when June moved in," Owen says. "And I need to know what that means." Dr. Chen is quiet for a moment. Then she pulls up Owen's chart. "Your last blood panel showed elevated stress hormones, suppressant resistance markers, signs of chronic phantom bond pain. You were approaching the threshold where I would have recommended hospitalization." Owen's stomach drops. "What? Phantom bond pain does not usually resolve on its own. It escalates. Your body was rejecting the rejection. Another few months and you would have been in serious trouble. And now?" "Doctor." Chen looks at June. "Now, you are sitting here with your fated mate, and I would bet money that your stress markers are normal. Suppressants working. Pain gone." She leans back in her chair. "You know what that means." Owen does not want to know. "Tell me anyway." "It means the bond recognition is still active. Your body never accepted the rejection. Being apart was killing you slowly. Being together is the only thing keeping you stable." June's hands clench on the armrests. "So what are you saying? We have to complete the bond?" "I am saying you have a choice. You can complete the bond and stabilize permanently, or you can separate again and deal with the consequences. But staying in this middle ground is not sustainable long term." "How long do we have?" Owen asks. "Doctor." Chen's expression is sympathetic. "Weeks, maybe a few months. The longer you stay close without completing the bond, the stronger the pull will get. Eventually your body will force the issue. Heat, rut, biological override." Owen's chest is tight. "That is not a choice. That is biology deciding for us. Welcome to being a fated mate." Dr. Chen's voice is gentle. "I know it is not what you want to hear, but this is the reality. Your body chose him. His body chose you. You can fight it, or you can accept it. Those are your options." They leave the office in silence. Walk to Owen's car. Sit there in the parking lot, neither speaking. Finally, June says, "I will leave. If that is what you need, I will go back to Vancouver and we will deal with the consequences." Owen's hands tighten on the steering wheel. "And what? We both end up hospitalized, in chronic pain? That is not a solution. It is better than forcing you into a bond you do not want." "I never said I do not want it. I said I am scared of it. Those are different things." June looks at him. "What are you scared of?" Owen has spent 3 years not answering that question, not letting himself examine it too closely. But sitting here with June beside him and a ticking clock over their heads, he does not have the luxury of avoidance anymore. "My Omega parent bonded an Alpha who treated them like property. I watched them disappear, watched them give up their name, their career, their entire identity to be someone's mate. They were happy, I think. But they were not a person anymore. Just a role." Owen's voice is shaking. "I am terrified that will happen to me, that I will bond you and wake up one day and realize I do not know who I am outside of being your Omega." June is quiet for a long moment. "That is a reasonable fear." "Is it?" "Because it feels irrational when you are sitting here telling me you will leave to protect my choice. It is not irrational. It is trauma. Your parents' bond was not healthy. You learned that bonds erase people. Of course you are scared." June's voice is steady. "Careful." "But Owen, I am not your parents' Alpha. I do not want to own you. I never did. I fell in love with you because you are independent and driven and you know exactly who you are. The idea of you giving that up makes me sick." Owen's throat is tight. "You say that now. But what happens when we bond and your alpha instincts kick in? What happens when you start wanting me to stay home, to be available, to put Pack before everything else?" "I do not have a Pack anymore. There is no Pack to put first." You know what I mean. June turns in his seat. Look at me. Owen looks. If we bond, June says slowly, and I start treating you like you are secondary, like your career does not matter, like you exist to serve me, I want you to leave. Immediately. Break the bond if you have to. I would rather live with that pain than become the kind of alpha who erases his mate. You cannot break a completed bond. It does not work that way. Then we will find a way. But Owen, I need you to believe me when I say I do not want to change you. I want you exactly as you are, stubborn and independent and halfway across the country photographing bears. That is who I fell in love with. That is who I still love. Owen's eyes burn. You still love me? June's smile is sad. I never stopped. Not for 1 second in 3 years. Owen does not know what to say to that, does not know how to process it. June loving him was never the question. The question was always whether that love would consume him. I need time, Owen says finally. Take all the time you need. We have a few months, right? That is enough to figure this out. Owen nods, starts the car. They drive home in silence. But that night, when June has another nightmare, Owen does not hesitate, just gets up and sits beside him on the couch, takes his hand, holds on until June's breathing evens out. And when Owen tries to go back to bed, June's voice stops him. Stay. It is barely a whisper. Owen could pretend he did not hear it, could go back to his room and maintain the boundaries they have been so careful about. He stays, lies down on the couch beside June. There is not much room. They are pressed together from shoulder to hip. Owen can feel every breath June takes, can smell him completely, smoke and earth and warmth. June's arm comes around him, careful, tentative, giving Owen room to pull away. Owen does not pull away, just settles into June's chest and closes his eyes. He falls asleep to the sound of June's heartbeat, steady, strong, alive. When Owen wakes up in the morning, they are tangled together. June's face is buried in Owen's hair. Owen's hand is fisted in June's shirt. Their scents have mixed completely. Forest floor in early spring, raw and new and impossibly alive. Owen should panic, should put distance between them, should remember all the reasons this is dangerous. He just holds on tighter. June wakes slowly. His arm tightens around Owen for a second before awareness returns. Then he goes still. Sorry, June whispers. I should have. Do not apologize. Owen does not move. I stayed. That was my choice. They lie there in the quiet, neither pulling away. The morning light is soft through the window. Outside, Seattle is waking up. Inside, Owen is letting himself want something he has been running from for 3 years. This is dangerous, Owen says quietly. I know. We are making it worse. The bond pull. The longer we do this without completing it, I know. I am still scared. June's hand moves, slow and careful. Comes up to cup the back of Owen's head. I am scared too. Of hurting you. Of becoming someone you cannot love. Of losing you again. His voice cracks. But I am more scared of walking away and spending the rest of my life wondering what we could have been. Owen's eyes burn. He blinks hard. What do we do? I do not know. But we figure it out together, okay? Owen nods against June's chest. Okay. They stay like that for a long time, just holding each other. No promises, no solutions, just this moment and the understanding that whatever happens next, they are in it together. Eventually, Owen's stomach growls. June laughs. The moment breaks. They get up, make breakfast, move through their routine. But something fundamental has shifted. The careful distance is gone. June's hand lingers on Owen's shoulder when he passes. Owen leans into it without thinking. They orbit each other in the small kitchen, finding a rhythm that feels natural, inevitable. Over the next 2 weeks, they stop pretending, stop maintaining the fiction that June is just a roommate crashing on the couch temporarily. They fall asleep together more nights than not, wake up tangled, share coffee in comfortable silence, Owen photographs June without meaning to, just candid shots. June reading on the couch, June at the kitchen counter, June asleep with morning light cutting across his face. Owen develops the prints and hides them in a drawer, takes them out again, admits nothing to himself. June starts cooking dinner, real meals, not just pasta and eggs. He learns what Owen likes, remembers how he takes his coffee, buys the specific brand of tea Owen drinks even though June does not drink tea. They do not talk about the bond, do not talk about the ticking clock. Just exist together in Owen's small apartment and pretend they have all the time in the world. Then Juan shows up. It is a Thursday afternoon. Owen is editing photos. June is at a consultation meeting in downtown Seattle. There is a knock on the door. Hard, insistent. Owen opens it. There are 3 men standing in the hallway. The one in front is tall, broad, carries himself with the kind of authority that comes from leading people. His scent hits Owen immediately. Alpha, strong, aggressive. "You must be Owen," the man says. "I am Juan, June's brother. We need to talk." Owen's stomach drops. "June is not here." "I know. I am here for you." Owen does not let them in, just stands in the doorway, blocking the entrance. "What do you want?" Juan smiles. It does not reach his eyes. "I want to make you an offer. Can I come in? Or do we have this conversation in the hallway where your neighbors can hear?" Owen hesitates, then steps aside. Juan walks in like he owns the place. The 2 enforcers stay in the hallway. Juan looks around Owen's apartment with obvious judgment. "So this is where my brother has been hiding. Cozy. What do you want?" "Juan?" Juan turns to face him. "I want June back. He was a good Pack Alpha. Better than me in some ways. The Pack is destabilizing under my leadership. I need him." "Then tell him that. Not me." "I am telling you because you are the reason he is here. You are the reason he lost his position in the first place. He was distracted, unfocused, half his attention on the Pack and half on you. It made him weak." Owen's hands clench. "June lost his position because you manipulated the Pack Council. Do not blame me for your ambition." Juan's smile sharpens. "Fair point. But the problem remains. I need June functional. I need him back in Rainier territory. And that is not going to happen as long as you are in the picture." "So what? You are here to threaten me? To tell me to leave him alone?" "No. I am here to offer you a deal." Juan sits down on Owen's couch uninvited. "I reinstate June as Beta to the Pack Alpha. Give him a position of authority, respect, purpose, everything he lost. In exchange, you walk away, permanently, sign new rejection documents, make it legal, make it final." Owen's chest is tight. "You cannot be serious." "I am completely serious. June needs the Pack, you know that. He has been falling apart without it. But he will never choose the Pack over you. Not unless you make the choice for him." "And if I refuse?" Juan's expression hardens. "Then I make your life difficult. You are a freelance photographer. I have connections in the conservation world. One word from me and you start losing contracts. Clients stop calling. Your career dries up." He leans forward. "Or I could mention to certain people that you have been abusing suppressants, that your dosage is dangerously high, that you are a health risk. The photography world does not look kindly on omegas who cannot manage their designation." Owen's hands are shaking. "You are blackmailing me. I am giving you a choice. Walk away now and keep your career and your freedom. Or stay and watch everything you built crumble. Either way, June comes back to the Pack. The only question is whether you go down with him." Owen cannot breathe, cannot think. Juan is right about one thing. June needs purpose, needs community, needs something bigger than himself. Being here with Owen, living in this small apartment with no Pack and no role, it is temporary. Eventually, June will realize what he gave up and resent Owen for it. "I need time to think," Owen says. "You have 24 hours. I will be back tomorrow." Juan stands up. "Make the right choice, Owen, for both of you." He leaves. Owen closes the door behind him, leans against it. His hands are shaking. His scent is spiking. Panic and fear and the terrible certainty that Juan is right. June needs the pack more than he needs Owen. When June comes home 2 hours later, Owen is sitting on the couch staring at nothing. June takes one look at him and crosses the room. "What happened?" Owen tells him. All of it. Juan's visit, the offer, the threats. June's scent goes sharp, aggressive. "He came here? He threatened you?" "He is right, though. You need the pack. You have been falling apart without it." "That is not— Owen, I do not want the pack if it means losing you." "You say that now. But what about 6 months from now, a year? You are a Pack Alpha without a pack. That is not sustainable. You need purpose and community, and I cannot give you that." June kneels in front of him, takes Owen's hands. "You are my purpose. You and the life we are building, that is enough." "Is it?" "Because Juan is offering you everything you lost. Authority, respect, a role, and all you have to do is let me go." "I am not letting you go. Not for Juan, not for the pack, not for anything." Owen's eyes burn. "You should take the deal." June goes very still. "What?" "You should go back to the pack. Take the position Juan is offering. Build the life you are supposed to have." "Without you?" "Yes, without me." June's grip on Owen's hands tightens. "No, June. No, I am not doing this again. I am not walking away from you because someone else decided it is better for me. I did that 3 years ago and it nearly killed us both. This is different. This is me telling you to go. This is me making the choice. This is you being scared. This is you looking for an excuse to run before the bond gets too strong and you cannot leave." June's voice cracks. "Do not do this. Do. Owen, please. We have been so close to figuring this out. Do not throw it away because Juan showed up with threats." Owen pulls his hands away, stands up. "I am not throwing it away. I am being realistic. You need the pack. I need my freedom. Those things are incompatible." "They are not. We can make it work. We have been making it work. For 3 weeks. That is not a life. That is borrowed time." June stands. His scent is doing something Owen has never felt before. Smoke and earth and desperation. Raw and unfiltered. "What are you saying?" "I am saying you should leave. Tomorrow. When Juan comes back, tell him you will take the deal." "And us?" Owen cannot look at him. There is no us. There never really was. Just 2 people trying to make biology work when everything else says it should not. That is not true. You know that is not true. It does not matter what I know. It matters what is best for both of us. And this, Owen gestures between them. This is not it. June is quiet for a long time. When he speaks, his voice is barely audible. Is this really what you want? Or is this you being terrified and looking for the exit? Owen's throat is so tight he can barely breathe. It is what I want. Look at me and say it. Owen looks at him. June's eyes are wet. His hands are shaking. He looks like Owen just gutted him. I want you to leave, Owen says. Each word feels like swallowing glass. I want you to take Juan's offer and go back to the pack. I want to go back to my life before you showed up. June flinches like Owen hit him. Okay, 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 I will leave. I will take the deal. I will do whatever you want. June's voice is shaking. But Owen, I need you to know something. I love you. I have loved you for 4 years. I will love you for the rest of my life. And if you ever change your mind, if you ever want me back, I will be there. No questions, no conditions. Just, I will be there. Owen cannot speak, cannot breathe. June is looking at him like he is memorizing every detail, like this is the last time he will see Owen and he needs to remember. Then June turns away, grabs his duffel from the closet, packs his things with mechanical efficiency. It takes less than 10 minutes. He has been living out of one bag for 6 weeks. When he is done, he stands by the door. I will tell Juan you made your choice. He will leave you alone. Your career will be safe. June, take care of yourself, Owen. Please, Keep taking your suppressants. See Dr. Chen regularly. Do not let the phantom pain get bad again. You too. June's smile is broken. Yeah, me too. He opens the door, steps into the hallway, pauses. For what it is worth, these last few weeks were the happiest I have been in 3 years. Thank you for giving me that. Then he is gone. Owen closes the door, leans against it. His apartment smells like smoke and earth, and the phantom bond pain is already starting to creep back in. He slides down to the floor, puts his head in his hands, and breaks. The next 3 days are a blur. Owen stops taking his suppressants. Not on purpose. He just forgets. Or maybe he does not forget. Maybe he stops caring. The phantom bond pain comes back with a vengeance. Worse than before. Dr. Chen had warned him this would happen. The longer you stay close without completing the bond, the stronger the pull will get. Owen had stayed close. Had let himself want it. Had let June in. Now the separation feels like dying. By day 4, Owen cannot get out of bed. The pain is constant. A vice around his chest. His scent is wrong, sour, distressed. He knows he should call Dr. Chen, should go to the hospital, should do something. He just lies there. Maya finds him on day 5. She has a key for emergencies. This qualifies. Oh my God, Owen. She is across the room in seconds, hand on his forehead. You are burning up. What happened? Where is June? Gone. Owen's voice is wrecked. I told him to leave. You what? Owen does not have the energy to explain. Maya does not need explanation. She takes one look at him and makes a call. 20 minutes later, Dr. Chen is there. She takes one look at Owen and pulls out her phone. I am calling June, she says. No. Owen tries to sit up. Fails. Do not call him. You are going into heat. Rejection heat. It is going to be brutal, and you cannot do it alone. I will be fine. You will not be fine. You will be in agony for a week, and there is nothing I can do to help you through it, except give you an alpha. Dr. Chen's expression is sympathetic but firm. I am calling June. He deserves to know. Owen wants to argue, cannot find the words. Dr. Chen makes the call. June answers on the first ring. Is Owen okay? No. He is going into rejection heat. He needs you. Silence on the other end. Then, I am on my way. Dr. Chen hangs up, looks at Owen. He will be here in 2 hours. Can you hold on that long? Owen nods. He does not have a choice. Maya stays with him, brings water. Cold compresses, holds his hand when the cramps get bad. The heat is building. Owen can feel it. The fever, the overwhelming need, the biological imperative his body has been suppressing for 3 years. His body wants June, is demanding June, is punishing Owen for the separation with pain designed to bring him crawling back. When the knock comes on the door, Owen is barely conscious. Maya opens it. June is there, soaked from rain, eyes wild. The same way he looked 6 weeks ago when this all started. He crosses the room, drops to his knees beside the bed. Owen, I am here. I am here. Owen's eyes open. June's scent hits him and the pain eases fractionally, just enough to breathe. You came, Owen whispers. Of course I came. Did you think I would not? I told you to leave. I know, I am choosing to ignore that. June's hand is on Owen's forehead. You are burning up. How long have you been like this? Days. I do not know. Dr. Chen steps in. He stopped taking suppressants after you left. The rejection heat triggered. He needs you to help him through it or he needs hospitalization. Those are the options. June does not hesitate. I will stay. Whatever he needs. June, you do not have to. Owen starts. Yes, I do. You are in pain. I can help. That is all that matters right now. June looks at Dr. Chen. What do I need to do? Dr. Chen gives him instructions. Stay close. Keep his scent present. Physical contact helps. Water and food when Owen can keep it down. The heat will break in a few days if June is here. Without June, it could last a week or more. Then she and Maya leave. Give them privacy. June climbs onto the bed beside Owen. gathers him close. Owen should protest, should maintain distance, should remember all the reasons he told June to leave. He curls into June's chest instead, buries his face in his neck, breathes him in. The pain eases. Not completely, but enough. "I am sorry," Owen whispers. "I should not have called Dr. Chen, should not have made you come back. I am not sorry. I am glad she called. I am glad I am here." June's arms tighten around him. "Owen, why did you tell me to leave?" "Because Juan was right. You need the pack. I cannot give you that." "I do not want the pack. I want you. You say that now, but you were miserable. I watched you fall apart without your purpose. I was falling apart because I lost you the first time, not because I lost the pack." June's voice is steady, certain. "The pack was my identity for 6 years, but it was never my purpose. You were. You are." Owen's eyes burn. "I am terrified of this, of bonding you and losing myself. I know, and I am terrified of hurting you the way your parent was hurt. But Owen, we cannot keep running from this. We tried separation twice now. It nearly killed us both times. Maybe it is time to try something different." "Like what?" "Like trusting each other, like building a bond where we both keep our identities, where you stay independent and I figure out who I am outside of leadership roles, where we choose each other every day instead of letting biology or fear decide for us." Owen is quiet for a long time. The heat is building again. He can feel it, the fever, the overwhelming need. But with June here, it is manageable, bearable. "What about Juan?" Owen asks. "I already told him no, before Dr. Chen even called. I went back to Rainier territory yesterday to tell him in person that I am not taking his deal, that I choose you over the pack, over everything." Owen's breath catches. "You did?" "I did. He was not happy, but he accepted it. The pack will figure itself out. That is not my responsibility anymore. What if you regret it?" "I will not. Owen, I have never been more certain of anything. I love you. I want to build a life with you. Whatever that looks like, wherever it takes us, I am all in." Owen's chest is so tight he can barely breathe. "I love you too. I have loved you the whole time. I was just too scared to admit it." June's hand comes up, cups Owen's face. "Then stop being scared. Be brave with me. Choose this. Choose us." Owen looks at him. Really looks. June's eyes are clear, certain. There is no doubt in them, no hesitation. Just love and determination, and the promise that he will stay. "Okay," Owen whispers. "Okay? Okay. I choose us. I choose you. I want the bond. I want all of it." June's eyes close. Relief floods his scent. "You mean it?" "I mean it. I am done running, done being scared. I want to be with you, however that looks." June's forehead drops to Owen's. They breathe together. Their scents are mixing completely. Smoke and earth and river water and honey. The combined scent is forest floor in early spring, raw and new and alive. "We should wait," June says quietly, "until after the heat, until you are clear-headed. I do not want you to regret this." "I will not regret it. I have never been more certain of anything." Owen's hand comes up, touches the side of June's neck, the spot where the bond mark will go. "I am ready, if you are." "I am ready. I have been ready for 4 years." The heat breaks 3 days later. Owen wakes up clear-headed for the first time in a week. June is beside him, awake, watching. "Hi," Owen says. "Hi." June's smile is soft. "How do you feel?" "Better. Tired, but better." Owen shifts. They are still tangled together, have been for days. "Did you stay the whole time?" "Every second." Owen's throat is tight. "Thank you." "You do not have to thank me for that." They are quiet for a moment. Then Owen says, "I meant what I said, about the bond. I still want it." "So do I. But we should talk about it first. Make sure we are on the same page." They spend the morning talking, about boundaries, about what the bond means, about how to build a relationship where both of them keep their independence. Owen will keep his photography career. will travel for assignments, will maintain his own income and autonomy. June will build a consulting practice in Seattle, will find purpose in his work instead of in leading people. They will live together, but maintain separate spaces when needed. They will choose each other every day instead of assuming the bond means ownership. By the time the conversation is done, Owen feels steady, certain. "I am ready," he says. June nods. "Me too." They do it that night, in Owen's apartment. No ceremony, no witnesses, just the two of them and the choice they are making. June's claiming bite is gentle, deliberate. Owen feels the bond snap into place like coming home. The phantom pain that has lived in his chest for 3 years dissolves completely, replaced by warmth, by certainty, by the solid presence of June in his mind and heart. When it is done, they lie there holding each other. The bond mark on Owen's neck is already visible. June traces it with careful fingers. "How do you feel?" June asks. Owen takes inventory. His suppressants are working. His scent is calm. He can feel June in the back of his mind. Not intrusive, just there, a steady presence, comforting. "I feel like myself," Owen says. "Just with you added." June's smile is radiant. Good. That is exactly how it should be. 6 months later, Owen is in a Seattle gallery standing in front of his first solo photography exhibit. The walls are covered with landscapes from the Rainier Pack territory. He went back with June to photograph it, made peace with the place. The images are stunning, raw and wild and alive. June is there, not hovering, just present, talking to guests, proud but not possessive. He has built a successful environmental consulting practice, has found purpose outside of Pack leadership, is happy. Owen's Omega parent is there too. They pull Owen aside halfway through the night. "I am proud of you," they say, "for building the life you wanted, for not letting fear stop you." "I learned from you," Owen says quietly, "what not to do." His parents' smile is sad. "I know my bond was not healthy. I know you were scared of repeating it. But Owen, not all bonds are like mine. Some are partnerships. Some are built on choice instead of obligation. Yours looks like that." Owen glances at June across the room. "It is. We worked hard to make it that way. I can tell. You are still you. That is the most important thing." Maya takes a photo of Owen and June at the end of the night. They are standing in front of Owen's favorite print, a wolf pack moving through morning mist, the image that started everything. They are smiling. The bond mark is visible on Owen's neck. June's arm is around his waist. They look happy, whole, like two people who chose each other and built something real. Owen develops the photo later, hangs it on his wall beside the wolf pack, a reminder of where they started and where they are now. The phantom bond pain is gone. The fear is gone. What is left is love and choice and the understanding that they will choose each other every day for the rest of their lives. Owen's phone buzzes. It is a message from June. "June, dinner at home? I am making your favorite." Owen smiles, types back, "On my way." He packs up his camera equipment, heads out into the Seattle evening. The apartment he shares with June is 20 minutes away. Small, cluttered with camera gear and law books. Plants that Owen still forgets to water but June remembers. Their scents mixed completely. When Owen opens the door, June is in the kitchen, cooking. The apartment smells like smoke and earth and river water and honey. Like home. Owen crosses the room, wraps his arms around June from behind. "Hi." June leans back into him. "Hi. How was the gallery?" "Good, really good. My parent came." "Yeah? How did that go?" "Better than I expected. They said they were proud of me." June turns in Owen's arms. "I am proud of you too. You know that, right?" Owen's throat is tight. "I know." They stand there in the kitchen holding each other while dinner cools on the stove. The bond hums between them, steady, strong, chosen. Owen had spent 3 years running from this, terrified that love meant erasure, that bonding June would cost him everything. He was wrong. Bonding June gave him everything. A partner who sees him, who supports his independence, who chooses him every single day. And Owen chooses back, every morning, every night, every moment in between, the end. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the story, tell me your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear from you.